watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us on DC News Now at 9. I'm Susan Tran.
Hey, good evening. I'm Chris Flanagan. A Prince William County, Virginia community in shock tonight after a massive house fire left 2 children and their mother dead in Montclair.
DC News Now's Daniel Hamburg joining us live from outside of that home. And Daniel, you spoke with the family's neighbors. What are they telling you about this tragedy?
Susan and Chris, again, they are in shock. They are heartbroken about what happened here just before 6 a.m. here on Piedmont Place. Take a look. All that's left of this house is a shell of what once was. The brick in the front, no windows, no roof. The back of the house completely gone. Firefighters arrived within about 5 minutes, but it was too late for the family inside. Described by neighbors as shooting 50 feet in the air, flames consumed this house on a quiet cul-de-sac Friday morning.
I was shocked. I mean, it was just like a one ball of fire. I mean, you couldn't even see the structure from the footage.
Neighbor Andy Kanopik lives just up the street from the family who lived there.
They kept to themselves. I mean, I saw the kids. I mean, pretty much, I wouldn't say every day, but most of the time they were walking from mother was taking from the bus stop.
Those 3 family members were found dead inside. 49-year-old Samina Begum, along with 2 boys, 8 and 13 years old. The husband and father of the victims was at work at the time.
I did get a chance to meet with the father and husband, who's obviously very distraught.
DC News Now talked with a couple off camera who say they escaped the basement apartment with their 6-year-old. Sharing this video they took moments after running away. The wife says she woke up to a smoke alarm and flames coming from ventilation ducts. She heard a boy crying out from upstairs.
You see this happening right here? This is shocking.
Shocking and heartbreaking for the whole neighborhood.
I cannot get my head around it, to be honest with you.
Now, Prince William County Police say that the deaths don't appear to be suspicious. The fire marshal is investigating. A cause of the fire has not yet been released. We're live in Montclair. Daniel Hamburg, DC News Now.
Man, just absolutely heartbreaking there. Daniel, thank you. Meanwhile, all new tonight, a split verdict in the trial of a former Fairfax County sergeant. A jury finds Wesley Shifflet not guilty of involuntary manslaughter after shooting and killing a suspected shoplifter at Tyson's Corner last year. However, the jury did convict him of reckless handling of a firearm. Shifflet shot and killed Timothy Johnson. Shifflet's lawyers arguing the shooting aligned with his police training and that he was scared for his life before shooting Johnson. Now, Johnson was not armed during the interaction. It took the jury nearly 12 hours to come to this decision. Coming up at 9:30, we'll hear more from Johnson's mother and her powerful message about today's verdict.
It is Friday night, and we're going to take a live look outside right now at the White House and looking clear. And I don't think there's any wind. I can't even see the flag flapping at all. Let's check in with Chief Meteorologist Janessa Webb.
Yeah, not a bad Friday night. The weekend looks spectacular, Janessa.
Yeah, super excited to see some big changes in this forecast. After kind of a rough start to the week, it's all about the finish, right? And we're going to finish very well across the entire DMV. Mostly cloudy right now, 71, with a breeze coming out of the south, 5 to 10 miles per hour. All the cloud coverage that we kind of got later in the afternoon has pushed out towards Delaware into the Chesapeake, and any showers that are lingering, they're staying very much on the isolated side. That's ground clutter from our radar beam, but Warrenton dealing with a spot shower making its way into Fauquier County. The rest of the DMV, it is staying nice and dry before the frontal passage really clears our region. What we are waiting on is the high that's out towards the Great Lakes. That's going to slide in across areas like Greater Cleveland and West Virginia, and then kind of meander for the next couple of days. And that's what's really going to be helpful to this fantastic weekend we are in store for. Upper 60s, lower 70s right now. And really this weekend, it's almost identical across the region. You get to pick a day. I prefer Sunday. It's a little bit cooler, but on Sunday we are tracking a few late evening into your Monday showers. We'll look at that forecast coming up.
All right, Janessa. In Virginia, Governor Glenn Youngkin had an update on the recovery efforts all across the Commonwealth since Helene tore through a week ago. He spoke about the roads and the schools that are closed and the other areas that continue to be a concern for families in Southwest Virginia. Just take a listen.
We are going to continue to work with folks to make sure that, first of all, we understand how to respond quickly, and second of all, how to prepare. Right now, we are really focused on making sure everybody has got a pathway to restore their life.
Youngkin says crews from our region will continue to help out in other states with more damage, including in neighboring North Carolina.
And the Virginia National Guard hard at work today. They were helping with recovery efforts after Helene. Crews seen clearing fallen trees. This is in Abington. That's in the southwestern part of the Commonwealth. More than 220 people have died across the southeastern part of the United States. Hundreds more are missing as crews continue to work through the damage left behind. Well, new in Virginia, a major break in a 30-year-old cold case murder in West Springfield. We do want to warn you, the details are pretty disturbing.
A man has now pleaded guilty for this brutal stabbing death of a young mother who was home alone with her toddler. Investigators say Stephen Smirk broke into Robin Lawrence's home and stabbed her 49 times. He left and then tossed the knife away. Smirk was an Army soldier stationed at what's now Joint Base Meyer-Henderson Hall. They say Smirk did not know Lawrence and her murder. It remained unsolved until just last year when DNA from a pink washcloth found in the victim's home led them to Smirk. Detectives found Smirk in New York and he later confessed to the crime. Now, we caught up with Lawrence's family who say that they have been patiently waiting for justice.
For many years, we never thought we would know what happened to Robin, and that was probably the hardest part, not knowing and never being able to put it to rest. But now that this individual has been identified and is going to serve time for his crime, that helps us to find some peace.
Oh, what a tragically long journey for that family. Now the Commonwealth's attorney saying at sentencing, Smirk faces up to 70 years for first-degree murder.
Certainly this plea today to first-degree murder is an example of how the justice system here in Fairfax County will really go to the ends of the earth to get justice for victims. No time lapse is too great.
And that sentencing hearing, it's scheduled for March 2025.
All new tonight in the district, a Virginia man is arrested for vandalizing the monument at Columbus Circle in front of Union Station during a pro-Palestine protest. Zaid Madawi is charged with destruction of government property. The U.S. Attorney's Office claims Madawi climbed the monument and spray painted "Hamas is coming" across the side of the monument. The protest happened in July, where protesters burned flags and sprayed graffiti on multiple statues and structures.
In Charles County, Maryland, the town of Indian Head getting its first grocery store in more than 2 decades. Governor Wes Moore was there to check out Oasis Fresh Food Market. It'll provide the community with fresh and affordable produce and meats. Indian Head is considered a food desert with really limited options for fresh, nutritious items. Now, the project got a $5.5 million grant in federal, state, and local funding to set up the shop. The store has a soft opening that's on the 9th, and then the grand opening is on the 25th.
A brand new school is coming to Prince George's County. You can see here shovels are out for a groundbreaking ceremony at Fairwood Elementary in Bowie. It's one of 8 schools being built in the county. County Executive Angela Alsobrooks, you saw her, she was there. The new school is being built through a public-private partnership, or P3. That's where the developer handles the design and finances the construction there.
All right, let's turn to sports and talk about the Commanders. If you are a fan, you have so much to cheer about this season.
No doubt about that. The team looking for their 4th win already of the season. Sunday at home against the Cleveland Browns. Most of the hype and excitement, it surrounds that sensational quarterback Jaden Daniels, the rookie. Boy, he's been lights out. DC News Now's Tim Reed shows us why number 5 is number 1 with fans.
Here at the Commanders team store at the stadium, fans are really excited about the Jaden Daniels jerseys. They are flying off the shelves. There are 2 different versions. One costs $200 and the other is $150. Today I spoke to fans who are excited about this whole thing and are telling us it's important to support this team and this quarterback. To say that Commanders fans are excited would be an understatement. Jaden Daniels' new jerseys are selling like hotcakes, and fans say it's fun to see this quarterback and this team getting the love and support they deserve, especially with a team on a winning streak.
Woke up this morning, looked online, and I had noticed that these black jerseys just came out, I believe, yesterday. So I was like, I heard they were limited, so I just rushed over here real quick, try to get my hands on one.
The Commanders team store at Commander Stadium was packed all morning as dozens of fans went to buy the Daniels merchandise. The store started out with nearly 200 jerseys and sold more than 60 within a few hours.
Die-hard fan, season ticket holder, multiple years, multiple stints. Just to see the excitement that Jaden has brought to this team, this city, the entire organization is just phenomenal.
First and foremost, I'm a Washingtonian, and I've been a fan since day one. And we've been hurt for so long. We haven't had this excitement since RG3.
According to Sports Illustrated, Daniels had the NFL's highest selling jersey at the start of the month.
Well, I just like it the way they're playing this year. That's why I came to get it.
What do you think about Jaden Daniels?
I think he's great. The way he's running that ball and, throwing it passes and everything.